he got to cash them checks.
Right.
And that's crazy work, bro. That's
But he been
crazy work.
saying that for years, bro. Your daddy's writing checks that Devin gonna have to cash, bro.
Cash,
Man, he
yeah.
lucky Devin been cashing him because he was at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? But now that boy over there in welterweight with them, you know, and Brian Norman, man, that cat, man, he been knocking cats out, man, since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Grown men.
That's been the writing on the wall for a long time when it comes to Bill Haney, man. Like, and I think that might have to do something to do with why shit just got real rocky. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's been the writing on the wall. You got to be careful how you out here talking to people, Bill. Like, keep it respectful, my nigga. I had no idea. I promise y'all, I ain't get it. This must have just happened today.
Bro, this
Man,
happened.
Like a few hours ago.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, Bill stayed doing
Okay.
that crazy shit, man.
That was yesterday.
That's why
It was yesterday.
him and Bill and Calvin don't like each other now with Tank because Bill Bill was on an interview probably like about maybe like 2 years ago. He was on an interview and somebody was asking him something about it was something about that was taking place in the wire and with the movie and Calvin posed to be cool with somebody who supposed to been played a part in it or some shit like that. It was something going on, but Bill got his said in it. Bill was like, I be over Baltimore. Back in the day, I used to go to Baltimore and deal with this dude and deal with that dude. And I know Calvin ain't with this and he ain't with that and all that. And then I seen Calvin on the boxing voice getting an interview. And Calvin was telling Bill, you don't know shit about me. When I see you, I'm gonna smack the shit out you. They was arguing. Bill came on there, they was arguing and shit. I was like, that's what the fuck he did. He don't know shit about that, man. Talking about he know about the niggas over there in Baltimore who was getting money, this, that, the other. He used to do business with this, that, the other. He ain't know shit. They exposed that shit. Bill stay lying. He be lying all the
And
motherfuckers.
Bill act
He
like he
do
know
lie a
all the
lot.
He
Bill act
just
like
go
he know
overboard.
all the go getters in every city, man.
Right, that's what he was doing. That's what he
He went
did. Just
overboard.
that. That's what he did. And Calvin found out about that shit and came on the boxing voice and wilded his ass out on it.
I
Check
mean,
it.
this is the same nigga that told Floyd Mayweather he's 50 he don't know in the streets, man. Who really takes this nigga serious?
That's what happened. That's basically what happened yesterday. He went
See the
overboard with it, and he sat there and act like he was doing them a favor. And salutes to B Norman because he actually was trying to like. You could
he
tell like
did.
he was told like
Yeah,
don't
he was
say
trying to
nothing
keep
about
it
the fight.
civil.
He
He
was like
tried.
he was under wraps about the fight. Bill promoting the fight on the essence of sign it, sign it, sign it. In reality, both of them already knew the fight was going to take place. But B Norman was told like to hold back, just play the game. Basically, that's what it sounded like. But Bill
Mm-hmm.
went too goddamn far, and he was like, "All right, now Bill, I'm trying to keep my damn mouth closed. Don't
Yep.
make me expose you, bro." Then he said, "What about that phone call you had this morning? Since you want to talk?" And he called somebody in a gym and told that person to talk to B Norman and let them know like they really don't want to fight X, Y, and Z. So Bill tried to thought he was bullcrapping.
That's when it
He
went
was,
left.
and that's when it
Mm-hmm.
went left. He said, and it was Bill that messed it up because Bill said, "Call him then." B Norman said, "Bet." Called him, and dude was like, "Yeah, you called me this morning, saying that he's ruining your brand X, Y, and Z."
And that's
And
when shit
basically,
went left.
we just want him to say that Devin's a good fighter and just let shit just slide under the rug.
Damn,
And that's
exposed.
when that came out, Bill was like, "But what were we talking about in between that?" B Norman like, "We don't give a fuck what you was talking in between that. Well, that's what needs to be said." And
This
then
what
that's when he
matters.
got called him a bitch,
Yep.
and then it
Got
was a
caught
nigga
looking.
thing.
That's when
But it
it
was the
went
way
left.
Bill
Right from
was
there.
saying nigga. He was you know if you know how you trying to get at somebody. Like if I be
Yeah.
like nigga, who the fuck you? And he was like, "Look, Bill, could call me nigga like that, like chill the fuck out." You know what I'm saying?
Went from brother to
And then
nigga.
it went from
Yeah,
that.
with
Then it
the
went to
aggressive ass
bitch. Then
way.
it went to your mama's a bitch.
Then it went to your
It
fuck
just
you,
went.
your
It
mom.
went
It
off the
got
rails,
rough.
and then
Yeah.
that motherfucker exposed Bill. He said, "You fucking cokehead. That's the fucking problem now. That's what the fuck wrong with him. That's why he sound like that. He high.
Aired
You high
him right out,
motherfucker.
bro.
We
Go slow
aired
the
him
eight
out.
ball.
He aired him
He
clean the
called you
fuck out."
king. He be like, "Yo, what's up, king, king,
Then
king?"
he called back with that shit. He called back with that shit and apologized.
I bet he did.
He
Cause
called
You
he
see
back
that
and
had
nigga Ness's
apologized
face, man? He couldn't believe it.
because he made old boy knew Malachi knew something was up because he was like, "You know what, Bill, bro, I'm gonna have to let you go, bro. I'm gonna hang up on you, bro." You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying? Like
clowning.
he knew
You
Bill was out
clowning.
of pocket, bro. Bill was
Yeah,
out of
Bill
pocket,
crossed the
bro.
line, bro.
Yeah, he did. Big time.
He most
Hey,
definitely crossed the line, bro. That's
the man went from
great.
brother to nigga.
Yeah, no, he starts out with King. It was always King and brother.
Yeah.
You know what
Now
I'm
it's
saying?
niggas and
Then when
bitches
you
now.
get sick, it's
He
nigga. Yep.
lied. He lied about everything. Then he say he raised Shakur. Supposed to gave Shakur all kinds of money. He was
Yeah,
broke and this, that, the other.
I
But
I don't
remember
my
that.
respect
thing
that.
is, how the fuck, like, think about it though, right? Say like we probably live in different states right now, right? So like how
Right.
the fuck all of a sudden I could grow up and say and just start telling another motherfucker, oh, I know Heavybag, blah blah. I mean, I can just say all kinds of shit about you because I spent 1 or 2 times with you in the gym, some motherfucking where we met and we had a fucking conversation. Now all of a sudden I done helped you your whole fucking life about shit. I just know all that shit be lies. That shit a lie. That
Hey,
Not
but
shit
only
is
look,
that,
wild.
if it was real, that's some fraudulent shit to bring that shit back up like that and throw it in somebody's face.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
right.
Even if you did it, bro, if you should have, if you was gonna do it to have some kind of ulterior motive or to throw it in my face, keep that shit. If you ain't doing it
Yeah, I
out
hate
the
that.
good part of your heart, bro, keep that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That
some
let you know, man. Some people, man, they be, it ain't good to for everybody to be, some motherfucker to come and give you a helping hand, man, because it ain't what it appear to be.
yeah,
Yep. You
that's some fake.
100% correct. Exactly.
You
Hell
know what I'm
Let
yeah.
me
saying? That's why
I agree.
sometimes it's better to just grind and get it on your own, man. Because that
Get
way you
that
can you
shit
can
on
say
your
you can say
own.
you did it. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? Ain't nobody
yeah.
else gonna be trying to take your shine, man. Because they just,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shakur a bad motherfucker, so they basically just trying to say that they got a part in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got people that's just that petty. I didn't even seen that little petty shit watching because I go to so many boxing talk channels because I like boxing, so I go to
Me
hundreds of
too.
boxing. So I be going to all kinds of people channels, just listening to what the fuck they talk about. And you hear people talk about you hear motherfuckers always talk like I didn't hear motherfuckers talk about how they help another channel tell them how to build to do something or some shit like I helped him, told him how to make this shit for his channel and do this. That's what
That shit weak.
he started through me.
That's
And this
trash.
time I said, I be just sitting there looking at that shit like these niggas crazy
Yo,
and shit. Like, they be
it,
talking about the pettiest, dumbest shit. Like,
it,
so what? So
Real quick,
what you help the nigga know how to make something on his channel? Yo, shut the fuck up.
real
God
quick,
dang.
real
I
quick. Let
ain't
me
making
let my
petty
man,
ass shit. So
real
Man,
quick,
what?
facts. I feel it.
real, let my man D Calico get in here, man. What up, D Calico?
sir, what's
Appreciate you
going on,
joining
bro?
me, man.
I definitely appreciate it.
Where you from, man? And what's your channel name?
Yeah, man. This, D Calico, on YouTube is Shadow Band.
Shadow
But
Man. Okay. What up, Shadow Man? All right. Now I was just trying to figure out if I can recognize you. I recognize you.
yeah, this me. Yeah, this me. Yeah, what I was gonna say is like I wonder how people feel about the Tank and Richardson Hitchens ordeal. You feel me? Like I look at that as petty as hell.
Yeah, that's
Like
the same type of shit.
Yeah, that's weak.
yeah,
But
like
that's the
Tank be
stuff
going
these kids be
overboard.
on.
Nigga, I'll give you that chain. Nigga, I'll let you hold that
You know,
necklace. You know what I'm saying?
Tank been exuding feminine energy though, man, for years.
Like I
But
wouldn't
it's
Yeah.
want
the
Tank
kids,
to do nothing
period.
for
They
me.
own that type of time. Like they think that's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas
They think
emotional,
that's
man.
all
I
All
right.
these
think
boxers
I think
emotional.
Mayweather made him like that. You feel me?
A
Uh-huh.
lot of these young boxers nowadays,
Yeah,
they real
yeah.
emotional, man.
Yep. Yep.
Fact.
They don't have no
Because they
they
don't
don't
got no
have the
father. Man, these
old school
niggas are fragile,
mindset. They
bro.
don't have that old school mindset at all. Whoever you right, they don't have that no more. It's not
Nah,
not a
man, these
lot of them.
cats
Just a few
sensitive.
of them.
Like the thing is, don't nobody like you, bro. So what? You paid. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, go step on them, motherfucker, and keep it pushing. Get your
That's
paper. That's
that's
what
the
you in it for. I
that's the
don't
part
know
they
these
lacking.
these fans that y'all mad about. You don't know them, bro. They don't know you for real. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
saying? But they paying you if they like you or not, because they watching your fights and they talking about you. They texting about you. They sending messages about you. They on sites talking about you. But that means you doing what you're supposed to do. That's your whole job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, and ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fact.
Man, let me tell you, like somebody just now came on here and just said Floyd did fuck up some shit. Like,
He did a lot.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Like I don't want to talk bad about Floyd. Like, Floyd did what he had to do.
No, he
I'm gonna
ruined
tell you like this.
boxing.
Floyd, when Floyd did what he was doing, we know Floyd did a lot of
ruined it.
cutting through shit. He jumped around shit too. Yes, Floyd jumped around fights. I know that for a fact. I can say that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he didn't. He jumped around a lot of shit I wanted to see him at. But bottom line is, y'all, it was the antennas wasn't up like they up right now with all of us. They wasn't up. The antennas wasn't up when Floyd was doing what he was doing. So Floyd slipped through a lot of shit, and he had the career that he had. He got that fake ass 50 and 0 that I count 49 and 0 because Conor McGregor not no motherfucking boxer. And he was very successful. He made a lot of motherfucking money, and that's what it is. Now these little niggas came behind him. That's why he just said they try to be like Floyd. They came behind him, a lot of them, and they try to mock him. And by him having Tank, by Tank being close to him, that close to him, oh, he definitely put all of the energy he was putting out. He put that shit in Tank, and Tank started doing the same shit because it started at 130 when after Tank won the fucking belt from his first belt from Hernandez. When he won the first belt, then I wanted Tank to fight the goddamn boy he told to go get a belt from Philly. Had a messed up eye a little bit. Tevin Farmer. I want to fight either Tevin Farmer or fight Lomachenko or fight that boy Burchell. I remember the fucking champions like yesterday. And like, why he not gonna get them? Why you not unifying? He should have been unifying right there. That's when I said shit ain't going. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You know the 135, you don't even fight the nigga you don't go at Devin. Devin the champ. I think Devin had the belts. You don't go at Devin, you go fight you go fight Gamboa. You ain't go get the belts from where you need to go get the super belts. You go fight Gamboa. He had a fake belt, a regular belt, a Captain Crunch belt.
Yeah.
That's when I said that shit ain't this shit. Here we go. Tank get ready. Here you go. Tank doing Floyd shit. Y'all get ready. Tank get ready to be on some Floyd shit.
But the thing with Floyd though, Floyd did his thing first though. When he was the pretty boy Floyd, he was fighting everybody. People was ducking Floyd too. Yeah. It was the Money Mayweather that these niggas trying to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They trying to gain that blueprint, but it's been trickled down. It's sad that we going through 2 generations of this. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 classes, if you will, from Earl and them, and then on down from the PBC thing. They thought they was gonna keep that same type of train going. And then now, like, you got the Shakurs, the Devins, and all of them, where they feel like they can mimic those guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping we ride this out.
What make it hard is the fact
and all them can step up, and Brian Norman, because they seem like they want to step on something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On top of them doing that.
Change it. And we can help change it by talking to motherfuckers like how we is now. We need more of that to make sure they hear it so it can go in that direction, because we want the old school shit back. It's a few of them in here now. Like we just said, Brian Norman, I think he got that type of mentality. I like Bud's mentality. I like Alexander Usyk. Some of these guys.
They're the ones that get shitted on.
Yeah, and they like they got the old school type of mindset. So that's what we got to get back.
Yes, it's that. It's with the boxers, and then on top of that, it's with the promoters doing all this marinating shit too, man. Let these cats fight young, man, so they can come back and redeem themselves a little later in their career when they get some more seasoning. Let them fight young. You ain't got to marinate everything.
Yeah. Make room for the real niggas, man. Make room for the real niggas. But real quick, and that's what I just did a piece on Tank Davis, why I feel like he's doing us a favor by retiring. This is what I need for people to realize, and especially the casuals who might catch this particular video alive. You got to understand just how, when you make these cats that big, how influential they are. Like with Mayweather. So influential that these cats they don't want to be Pretty Boy, they want to be Money Mayweather, the guy who was really truly influential. And Tank has reached the height to where he's crazy influential. So it's going to be a lot of cats coming in the next generation that want to be and move like Tank, who not going to care about the belts, who's not going to care about legacy. It's just going to be about the bread. And for the fans, you get cheated out of probably some of the greatest fights you'll ever see, because they have that mentality and they were influenced to move that way. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, man, that's some real perspective for you, for sure.
That's a fact.
I'm hoping that it balances out here, because for sure it's always going to be.
I agree with that shit.
that be like that.
You
But I
know
hope
what
it
though,
balances
Heavy? I
out.
guess we gotta just deal with it. I mean, I guess we gotta rock with the few, but we gotta notice them, y'all. That's all. We gotta notice
Yeah,
them and just
yeah, and
notice.
you got.
We
I'm
know
with
what
you
you
on that.
doing, but we know what the fuck you doing. So
Yeah,
stop
they
it.
ain't hard to notice. It ain't
We
hard to
know, yeah,
tell.
Yeah, they
yeah.
be getting shitted on
Yo,
though. That's what's killing me. It's like an ass backwards world when you
It
see
is.
guys who actually want to smoke, and then people don't want to acknowledge that they getting dodged. And then people got
Right.
excuses. Well, who did he? He ain't done nothing. He ain't did this. He ain't did that. Like you don't see the skill set. Like you didn't have that same type of feeling when you saw Tank in the beginning. Like this kid might be special. You know what I'm saying? But at the
yeah,
same
When I
time, you
seen
know,
Tank sit there and say that he did with this Shakur dude, that really just blew me. I
Yeah,
just
that
said,
killed
you
me.
got a fucking nerve to say when you said, what
I
did
know, a
he
three
do?
division world
He
champion. What
ain't
you
done
say?
nothing. What
He
you
did
mean
more
he
than
ain't
you.
done nothing? Tank, the man, he won a fucking belt at 126. He unified at 130. And he got a belt now in your fucking division. What the fuck is you talking about? He ain't do shit. Do you
Tank
know
is
even
gonna
know the
yeah,
get
sport
to
you
the
playing?
Olympics.
Do you know the game you playing? It's like you don't
that
even
ball
know what y'all what is you doing?
and that was a hell of a ball to drop when he was at 126. They could have built that up
Swear,
from there
we
on.
all looked at him like he was crazy when he said that shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
How
like what you
you
Nigga,
can't
what are
saying?
clone
you
I don't
Shakur,
talking
get
bro?
that.
about?
Like
He's a
what
three
you
division
mean?
champion.
Shakur came into the professionals, man, decorated.
Used to hear
right.
people say that about Bud when Bud came to 147, especially them damn other channels. You know what I'm talking about. I hear go on them channels. I hear him saying when Bud was at 147, I'm talking about they will be veins busting out their fucking head talking about he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit at 135.
Man, listen.
What he did at 135 and what he did at 140 don't mean shit. He ain't do shit at 147. How
They,
you
they
just take how you just take away a motherfucking shit what they did? I just tell you, you won something here and you won something there, and I just tell you, I don't give a fuck what you won there and you won there. That don't mean
Right,
shit. That
right.
don't mean shit. Your paper that you went and worked hard and earned whatever the fuck you earned, and I'm who the fuck am I to tell you that that don't mean shit? You
That's
can't come to the table with that. He can't come to the table with Spence with that. That was letting me know y'all don't want him to fight Spence. Fuck you mean he can't come to the table with that? He
all.
knocking
Swear,
out
like
everybody in the fucking
you say, I
division.
hear the
What the
fear in your
fuck?
voice, nigga. Y'all
You
scared as
gotta,
hell of that fight. Yeah.
you
And
gotta
that's
just
the whole thing. They don't want their favorite fighter to fight. Had no competition. You don't want to see no real good fight. You want to see a motherfucker that they know that he gonna step on.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Like
gotta
that's
go.
crazy. Who gonna pay for that, man? Who want to keep paying for fights, bro? You know the outcome.
No. Yeah,
You
right.
gotta,
Don't nobody want to pay for that shit.
Come on, man. Then Tank got the same. He got the same formula as Canelo. They want to fight a whole bunch of old has-beens because they got names, but they ain't the same fighters, or they bringing cats up. You know what I'm saying? That's their whole resume.
Mm-hmm.
Tank tried to follow the same formula as Canelo because
Then
that's
you
the
hear
formula.
Canelo try to talk about motherfucking Bud shit.
You can't say
How
nothing about
Canelo
Bud.
gonna shit on Bud resume and Canelo ducking Benavidez?
Hey,
How Bud ain't even
Ducking
say
the
that?
fuck
Bud
out
should
hey,
have told him,
Benavidez.
how you gonna talk about my
man,
resume and you
Bud
scared to
dropped the
fight
ball,
Benavidez?
man. Hey, Bud dropped the ball because Bud let him talk about his resume. He naming all the wrong fighters. I'm like, man, come on, Bud. You ain't gonna name you ain't gonna name Porter, bro. You ain't gonna name Spence. You gonna treat Spence like he ain't that Spence really the best person on your resume, bro. How you not gonna say how you gonna discredit him? But I get it. They said he look at him like that because don't nobody give him credit for Spence. So he look at Spence like he
I
ain't
think
nothing because
bro,
don't
I
nobody
think
give
he
him
did.
credit
all
for it.
them
I
niggas,
think he don't
everybody
mention
on
Earl
Bud's
because Earl
resume
is
gets
the name is the
discredited, bro.
Go ahead.
Everybody on Bud's resume gets discredited.
And
But
They
that's
never
crazy
did
though,
it for none of them niggas, bro. None of them.
bro. And that's crazy work because guess
and
what?
I'm gonna be real with you.
Him and Spence got the same resume.
The
Him and
guy
Spence, for the most part, got the same resume, bro. That's why it's
shit,
crazy to me.
Spence got the
Let
same
me be
resume as
honest
Keith
with
Thurman, bro. But at the same
let,
time, though, they fought each other leftovers. So I mean, but at the end of the day, like I just feel like he was just trying to get love to the ones that motherfuckers said wasn't worth that because Victor Postal, was supposed to be the killer that was gonna take him out. You know, when them names, Mean Machine, Olympians, and shit like that, they got on his resume just because they out of country and wasn't promoted like that. Of course, everybody gonna say that he was nothing. They were nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then nobody
you
see. The
know
thing is, Crawford fought all the European fighters that everybody else is running from. He the
Right.
one
That's
who
what
went
I'm
and stepped
saying.
on all them
Right.
cats, man.
Right.
Don't know. See, a lot of
listen,
these cats don't know how to fight
I
them.
had what's the name beaten. I had British Prescott beating Crawford. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
lost that fight. I bet
Mm-hmm.
it on British Prescott at 140 to beat Crawford.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, I
Crawford
was
coming out
shocked.
party
I
though.
was shocked at the fight that he just
Yeah,
he
that's his
jumped
coming out
out.
party. Yes.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
everybody
finna let
started
him do
paying
that?
attention when he cooked Prescott.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at
that's
that.
what put
And
him
that
on the
was a
map.
good.
That's
I
the
think
fight that put him on the
I
map. That
think
wasn't the
British
combat party, but
Prescott
that's
was
what put
a
him on the
harder
map.
opponent than motherfucking Spence.
But like I said, man, them guys just didn't get the
I
publicity
mean,
that
he cooked
these
him the
guys
same
got.
way.
So that's why these
Hey,
fans say that shit. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
the thing is, if
But if you
PBC
know the
ain't send you
history,
no
though, it's
check,
a difference.
if PBC ain't send your page no check, they ain't talking about you. You know what I'm saying? PBC
Right.
was paying all them cats, man. That's why Spence had it popping on YouTube.
And ain't
Right.
Man,
no
swear to God,
ain't
bro.
no secret about when he did go 147. None of them cats wanted to fuck with him when he went to
And
No,
guess
147.
what?
bro,
All
when he
them
went to
They
dudes that
gave him
they
140,
all the
when he
popped
went
hoops
to
for
he
like
wanted
140,
that.
all
hot.
them cats ran to 147.
Yep.
Danny
Look,
Garcia, all them cats ran to
dudes that
147.
Right.
all them dudes that pop like that for PBC, that like you said was doing that shit for PBC, they've been doing that
Yeah,
shit. It started with Deontay Wilder. All they
yeah,
fighters
it
lost.
did.
Every time he
Yeah, it
rode the
did.
fighters,
Yup.
Yeah.
it started with Wilder.
Mm-hmm. And then they tried to keep it going. Then what's the name of them pulled that same formula? Bill tried to use that same formula.
Anytime they talk about Wilder and Joshua, they always try to make I hate that they go on their channels and they try to brainwash the casual people who don't know what's going on. They got a lot of them thinking that the $50 million offer was the initial offer. You won't even believe how I got motherfuckers actually like, and I gotta explain to them like, yo, that shit ain't true. Why the fuck you think? No, AJ was the motherfucking A side. AJ had the 3 motherfucking belts. Eddie Hearn sent Wilder a $12.5 million offer.
He got
And
it
Wilder
was more
turned
than
that
that.
shit down. And they counter offered with that dumbass fucking 50 million. That was some bullshit ass shit anyway. They don't
Before
even
That's
know
a
that,
where the fuck the
that's
money
a
was
duck
coming from.
offer. That's a duck offer.
before that it was a 2-fight deal. You go find the audio from my boy damn, what's my boy white dude? Damn, he got his own promotional company. I can't think
Lou
of his name.
DiBella.
Help me out. Lou DiBella. You go find the audio, bro. He got fired. PBC fired him because he went to Deontay Wilder and said, hey, I done secured $100 million deal for you. It's a 2-fight deal to fight AJ. Right after that, they fired him.
Crazy work.
Hey,
And
Wilder
that was
looking
that. You
good
know
though.
what deal that was? That probably was the shit that he got with the shit that Dazin got him. The shit that Dazin was
Hey,
trying to do with him.
Yeah.
Wilder look good in that open workout.
I didn't see it.
And
I
guess
ain't
what?
really
And you
see
know
it.
what one of them channels that support him
I
tried to
got it
say? They
saved, though.
said he didn't they said that Wilder didn't take the 12.5 mil because it was going to make too much money. The fight was going to make too much money. But right now, on all those same channels, they are wild your ass out. They wilding T.O. out about that motherfucking 11 mil. T.O. turning down 11 mil. They cracking T.O. head about that 11 mil. But they wasn't
But
saying
he ain't never
shit
made that
about
money.
Wilder turning down that 12.5.
But Tio ain't
It
never
be
made
like
$1
that.
million damn near, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah,
admitted.
That's
and
that's because at
Wilder
that
at
time they
that
was trying
time
to
was only making
they
$1
was
million.
they were
He was making $1 million a fight.
Wilder showed you that you
That
can
that
have
must
no
have been
technique and
that must have
have
been a long
mad
time ago,
knockout power and you'll become rich and successful. Like Wilder, they were trying to call Wilder the next
bro.
Mike Tyson. That's why
Bro,
he was turning down $12 million
bro.
paydays.
Brian Norman is
His
that,
They
head
was
was too
building up his
big.
ego too
but
crazy.
Brian
His head
Norman
was too
Jr.
big.
is that, and we bragging on Brian Norman Jr.
Hey, and
Brian
the
Norman
crazy
Jr. is
thing, Brian Norman
evolving
I
Jr.
every
see the
fight, man. You
potential in
know, he's
Brian Norman
worthy of
Jr.
praise. Deontay
He's
Wilder
just
never
now
really
getting
been
his
boxing.
love. He's just now getting his love. I've been telling
And
motherfuckers
he
Brian
ain't.
Norman
I
was a
don't know if he
problem.
no real Deontay Wilder, man. Jen Sasaki, that shit don't impress me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, that
Nah,
didn't impress me. It didn't
nobody supposed to
impress
be
me.
looking at Jen. I was
But
looking at him, his
No, seeing a nigga
improvements.
that
get carried out on the stretcher,
that
that
That's
impressed
knockout,
what
me.
I
bro,
look at.
that
That's how I
knockout would
look at it.
impress
That
me.
impressed me.
I don't
That
care who it
nigga's just
was.
now
I don't
waking
care
up
who
from his
fed
coma.
what.
I'm impressed.
Hey yo, if you go
Hey,
look at Deontay Wilder resume on box, some people don't really pay it no attention real heavy, and you go look at some of them numbers. Do you realize, first of all, Deontay Wilder became a champion after 30 fight. It was like his 32nd fucking fight. And if you look at the fucking resume, Wilder in his fucking 20 to 30 fights, I think it's like the 29th fight, he got a motherfucker on there that got like 17 fucking losses. He
so
was fighting
Bro.
motherfuckers.
That,
Yo, he was fighting
his fame
motherfuckers with
got so
records
crazy
of.
because he had 31 knockouts. That's why his
hey,
win
so
average
what?
was the same amount of knockouts. Like people wasn't used to seeing shit like that before. Because remember, a lot of these niggas didn't get to see the Mike
That's the same
Tyson
thing
and
go
shit.
for
So
Jensen Saki.
when they seen a nigga come
So
in
what? He got a
31-0,
boot.
a
He
31
got a boost
knockout,
resume.
I mean, I ain't gonna
It's
lie, that's what
crazy
stuck
how
out to
you
me
can
when I
have all
first seen
those
him.
knockouts and people don't really know what's going on, how they can hide that shit like that, and made him look
Yeah,
that good.
build you
I
up.
knew when he fought I was going crazy for him to get in with a A-level opposition, and I didn't know if what's the name could come off the bench and do it. Furry. I ain't know if he really could do it, but once he got warmed up, he
I
got done
knew
what I
that was
pretty
a
much thought
problem.
he would get done. And Joseph Parker and what's the name already knew they was gonna beat the shit out of him. I thought what's the name
Well,
fuck
yeah,
around and
like
kill his ass
Deontay
to make
Wilder
him
looked
don't think
dumb as
about
hell trying to
boxing.
fight on the back foot. That was
I
the
was
Any
fighting
worst
for the
boxer,
fucking shit.
longest. I
any
wanted to
high
fight
IQ
Zhang for the
boxer's gonna
longest.
whip Wilder, man. Any boxers with any heavyweights that know how to box gonna beat Wilder ass
The
if
thing
they
is,
got the size. If they got the
that's
That shit
just
size.
for the
easier
size.
said
I'm
than
gonna say
done,
when he
boy.
fought true
That
heavyweights,
shit
it was a
easier said
problem
than
in his
done.
boxing skills.
And watch out for that right hand.
I'm about to say
Yeah,
Wilder.
if you a one trick pony, bro, you see Rolly ain't the brightest, bro. But if you can nullify one move, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he not like that.
Facts.
Real
For
Rolly
quick,
one,
kept
for
that
one,
right
for
hand
one,
up
he
that
got
whole
reach
fight.
over most opponents.
real quick. I'm talking to my dog, Brian Norman Senior here. He gonna be jumping on in a minute, so I'm gonna clear the panel. I'm gonna catch up with him, and then
Okay.
if you do got
Yeah,
some questions for him, put them in the chat, and I'm gonna bring a
we
couple of y'all up.
appreciate you.
All right,
Okay,
love.
No doubt, bro. All right,
but
Heavy.
not yet. I'll let you know when he's coming. But yeah, man.
We can still stay right now. Just stay for right now. But when he comes, we go ahead and roll out.
Yeah. You ain't got to pill out
All
now.
right.
My bad, Red. I ain't mean to run you off. But damn, let me grab this steering wheel real quick, because I know we touching on a lot of shit right now. I like to try and stick to the
Oh
topic.
yeah, we having a good cook right now. I'm loving this. I'm in here rolling up, getting ready. I'm keep it going.
But show, real quick, man. Shout out everybody who's in here joining the conversation. Make sure you subscribe. You can also get in the chat. Shout out Adam, man, in the chat. I see you, brother. Everybody in the chat. If you haven't subscribe. Got a special guest coming up. Also, hit the like button for your boy. Y'all know I don't be live often, but at least do me that favor. Salute your boy when you walk through the door. I appreciate that love. Now, Slick, what I did miss from yesterday, man, is I didn't get, and you know I love your boxing mind, I didn't get that breakdown from you. Bring Red back up. I didn't get that breakdown from you on that Brian Norman and Devin Haney, right? If it does go through, if it does happen somehow, some way, how does that play out?
I'm gonna be real with you. As long as Brian Norman got patience, the same patience he had with Jen, he'll weather that storm. But I'm just not convinced about Devin, because, like I said, I'm not ready to call him a runner. I'm just not. I'm not gonna call him a runner. What he did was running, but I'm not gonna call him a runner. If he does it again in this next fight, yeah, he's officially a runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get ready.
Because I think just Turkey just be messing stuff up, bro. Putting the bag out in front of these cats, and then I'm gonna play safe in this. That's why I think it really was. He was gonna play safe this and third. Now, when he got in his face, he was scared of getting hit, though. I will say that he wasn't with that at all. You know what I'm saying? But I think that was part of it. But if Dev could sit back and we get Rougarou, like how he fought Rougarou, get behind that jab, we might have a fight. But I got Brian Norman winning it, though. I mean, too heavy a puncher. You chose to go after a killer. People want to nitpick and saying that he can't move and this and third. Well, I saw him moving a whole lot in the Jen Psaki fight. I saw him weather storm. I saw a comfortable kid, you know what I'm saying, that's growing into his own. I don't look at Jen like he was supposed to be the most skillful person. I was just looking for the improvements from the Centillion fight and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The kid just getting better and better.
Poise.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm not gonna make this fight out to be the Super Bowl of their career or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight for their level at their career, and it's a damn sure a good name for Brian Norman, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? To have on his resume.
This is the fight that puts him on another level. This catapults him, in my opinion. Yeah. Real quick, B Calico, I didn't get your breakdown either, man. I know you came through here talking about Tank, but this Brian Norman fight with Devin Haney, this could be a really big fight for a lot of hardcore fans, I would definitely say. And I think Devin still has some power to bring in some casual eyeballs as well. I know a lot of people still just don't know who the hell Brian Norman Jr. is, but he's a rising star for sure. How you see that one playing out, Shadow Band?
Yeah, man. I want people to probably go watch the Brian Norman Jr. versus Quentin Randall fight.
Yeah.
I see.
And
Yeah, he
you know,
struggled.
like that fighter had the most similar style to Devin Haney that I've seen Norman go against. And
Yeah.
it gave him difficulty,
Mm-hmm.
and we gotta admit Haney's better than Randall. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So surviving is a real possibility, and I don't know why people just can't see it. Of course, we can all see that the power is there to stop any man in boxing. You feel me? So, it's truly 50-50, It's truly
Yeah.
50-50 because I can only see Norman, winning one way, just like I can only see Haney winning one way. But we could be surprised, like this guy has gotten hit with some flash knockdowns. You feel me? It's not like he can't take a punch, but he can get caught out of position. So a lot of people might be surprised. I'm gonna just be honest. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think it'll be the last time they fight because it's so early. If they were to fight now,
Right.
Norman would go take somebody else's belt if he lose, or Haney would go take somebody else's belt if he, survives a regular fight, not getting a war. He can't go to war with this guy and really continue to be great. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do it the smoothest way possible. And I think he can.
Are you expecting that Jose Ramirez performance from Devin in this one?
I wouldn't say that. For one, he won't be able to get away with that. Like he's not fighting a guy that's like when you go back and watch the Jose Ramirez literally, when he let his hands go, his feet have to be planted. Like he's a tree. Like, so anybody in their right mind would just stay away from the buzzsaw for a second. You know what I mean? Because he can't even take another step. He'd be stuck like he in mud. You know what I mean? So Norman is a lot different. And you're not gonna, you can't just sit there and 2 inches away and watch him look like a fool. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's gonna be pressure on pressure, man.
Absolutely, man. I can dig it. Well, let me ask you this: which way you leaning?
I don't know, man. It's so crazy. I kind of think like my boy Greg Hackett said, it could be a draw. It could be a draw because I could see Haney normally, what he normally does to win a decision. I could see that not being enough, but I could see him doing just that, what he normally does to get a decision, and that just might not be enough. Because for one, you fighting the champion. It could be clear cut that you outboxed him, but that just might not be enough.
I can dig it. I like that perspective, man,
I
for
hope
sure.
we get that version of Devin, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I really
I want to see a fight. I don't want to see a slaughter.
I feel like we not, but I hope we do for sure. Let me ask y'all this, man. So of course we know Turkey talked about the Tom and Jerry shit. He's paying these guys a lot of money. He wants, like he said, he wants them to leave everything in the ring. That he wants to see all heart. So I think it's not far-fetched to expect for him to pull back on the ring size. If the ring is reduced to 18 by 18, a pretty small ring, I'm not so sure on that ESPN card, the Melanicki headliner, that ring looks small as a bitch. I want to say there was a 16 by 16 because if that was 18 by 18, that shit was little.
No, it was 18 by 18. It was 16 by 16 pro level. And they would have to all agree on it, everybody. And for Melnicki, he didn't even know what the ring looked like.
Yeah.
When they was asking, he was like, I heard it's a small ring out there. Like, he didn't even know. I was like, how you didn't even go
That
put your
was
feet
a
in the
small
ring?
ass ring, man.
That was
that's the
weird.
littlest ring I ever
18 by 18.
So if moving forward, this is a part of Turkey Al-Sheik's whole deal. I mean, listen, he's paying these guys enough. How does that change this fight in particular, and does that make you lean a little bit more one way or the other? I'll start with you, sports prediction.
What was the question, Abby?
Uh,
with the smaller ring.
18 by 18. If Turk Galaxy implements this ring, how does that change things for you? Does that change? Does it make you lean a little bit more one way or the other? Does that change the dynamics of this fight? Does Devin Haney still perform the way you believe he'll perform?
I think, I mean, the smaller the ring, kind of, for me, that's going to go against Devin for what Devin like to do, because Devin like to keep it moving. So, I mean, it's kind of going to be give Brian Norman a better chance of doing what he like to do, and I think that I'm leaning, I'm leaning Brian Norman anyway for this fight because that's the bet I'm gonna make. I just haven't determined which rounds I'm thinking I'm gonna pick for the knockout, but I'm looking for a knockout or a stoppage.
Ooh, I like it. Punch. Punch might have fell asleep. Slick, we'll go with you.
I'm gonna be real with you. The 18 by 18 sound cool. It's fun for the fans, but from a boxing point of view, I don't like it. Right? I feel like you take apart away somebody else's game plan in doing so because you're trying to force something that you just per se want to see in a selfish manner. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be agreed upon in the contract without somebody stepping in. But let's, like you say, if it is, one or two things can happen. I forgot his name again, but Saturday night he showed up and showed out, and usually he don't show up and show out like that against. He fought Truck. What's my guy name?
Jahad Tucker.
Jahad Tucker. A whole different Jahad Tucker you saw because how small that goddamn ring was. He went in his tool bag, so it could very well force a man to go deep in his tool bag, or he'll fold. So, I mean, either way, I get to watch a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wish that he allowed them to agree on something. And if they can't, then jump in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let y'all mess this deadline up because y'all holding one little formality. You know what I mean? Then jump in and say, this is what it's gonna be, damn it. You know what I'm saying? But to just do that though, because like I said, there's no running rule and all of that stuff. It's all that rule already exists in boxing. If anybody know boxing, that rule is in the boxing guidelines, bro. It's just the ref don't be doing his job. The ref will tell you have to engage. I can take a point for you not wanting to engage, but the ref just does not do his job. So at the end of the day, we don't need no rule about running. We don't need none of that. We don't need nobody forcing 18 by 18. Just make the ref do his damn job. Right? Like I said, it's hit, not get hit, but it's also make them miss, make them pay. So the onus is on both ends. It's on the guy that's chasing, it's on the guy that's moving. That's how I think
the ring reduction may help the ref out. That'll help the ref. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, traditionally obviously the refs never been doing their job, because we've seen I've seen a lot of fights where niggas was on them bikes and never once got a warning.
Yeah. I saw one fight last year where dude was like straight told dude, I'm gonna take a point, you keep on moving away. It was one fight, it was an ESPN card last year.
Only time I ever seen a ref,
and you don't see that,
make any kind of suggestion about somebody running, that was most recently with the William Skull fight, when he was just looking at Skull like, bruh, come on, man, you gotta engage. So I think the ring reduction helps the ref do his job. You know what I mean? Straight facts, baby.
What's happening, man? Man, I feel like I said, I told you earlier, I just feel like, man, those small rings, I feel like the boxer obligation, man, you hit and not get hit. You don't want to put yourself, I feel like long as you in distance to engage and counter, I don't look at it as running. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a 18 by 18 ring, I don't think it's a problem. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. It is going to give a certain style advantage, but I feel like if you a superior boxer, I don't think a 18 by 18 really going to make a big difference for real.
Uh-huh.
Because you shouldn't need that much of the ring to do what you need to do to make a miss and still be in. Because you should be in, so you should be in distance to still be able to counter. So I don't think it
Uh-huh.
should matter.
What's
Yeah.
the usual size?
Ain't it 18
The
by
usual
24?
size they fight in.
20 by 20, or some championship fights 22 by
Shit.
22.
Yeah, I think the biggest ring I ever saw was the one for. Yeah, I'm going blank. Big Mexican motherfucker Mayweather fought that time.
Typically, they 22 by 22.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you'll get the 20 by 20s. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The 18 by
So yeah,
18.
so 18 by 18, really, yeah, I see what he's saying. That's really not that much small. It ain't like it's 10 by 10.
You can
Well,
see
you
it
got
though. You most definitely can see
It's
it.
small. It's small. The ropes look
But
thick on that ring, bro.
you can see it. But I don't think it matter though. I just really don't think it matter. If, like I said, the whole goal, bro, is to be able to counter. Bro, you don't want to be running to the point to you nullify yourself and you can't have no offense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But see, with that 18 by 18 now, think you got like a foot worth of apron, where in between rounds the trainers step on that apron part of the ring. So you got to deduct that foot away from that 18-foot too. So that makes it even smaller.
Yeah.
Right.
If
Facts.
I ain't gonna
Damn,
front,
what's
even
my guy
though
name?
I think of myself as a purist. I fuck with all styles, but I like action. You know what I mean? And I think a smaller ring, and they always had the smaller rings. If you go to a lot of these gyms, you might see the 16 by 16 rings,
Mm-hmm.
or for the amateurs, you see those much smaller rings because it entices action. You want action. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's the
saying?
amateur ring, 16 by 16. Right.
But it also could
Mad at
you
that.
know,
I'm not mad at that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Punch.
it, there's pros and cons to it, bro. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're gonna see more action, you know what I mean, but you also gonna see a lot more clinching. You know what I mean? We're gonna see a lot of fighters who we haven't seen go into their tool bag. Yeah, we're gonna see what they really made of. You know what I mean? Like, is Bam Rodriguez's footwork really that good? Well, we'll see in the ring that size. You know what I mean? So that, that's the pro, but the con is you kind of taking away from the ref's job, and at the same time, you're gonna see a whole lot more clinching. Is that just as boring as fighting on the back foot? That's for y'all to decide. But in my opinion, I like it because it stops the running. You know what I mean? And it makes the fights more exciting. And I want to see what a lot of these guys with these trumped up records are really made of, man. So yeah, force them into a bubble and see what the motherfuckers is made of. So yeah, that's why I'm more excited about it. But if I was just on some pure, I'm a big fan of the hit and not get hit. You know what I mean? I don't, like my man said, if you punching from angles and countering and doing what you got to do, I don't see that as running either. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's been too much running in boxing.
Yeah, that's
It's
because the
sad that
kids
he
ain't
got it
got
that we even
defense.
having this conversation right now. But in the end, all in all, yeah, I like it, bro. I like it.
Well, I was bringing it up because that potentially could have some sort of effect on if they get this fight done between Brian Norman and Devin Haney. Again, Turkey mentioned in the Tom and Jerry shit, it was suggested to make the ring smaller. I believe he's going to move forward with all of the Riyadh and ring events, making the ring smaller. I think ESPN got wind of it. That's why they ring was small. I didn't even understand why
Right. That's what I said. I said they trying to beat Turkey to it. That's what
they
I
were
said.
trying to beat him to it. So, me personally, moving forward, I don't see why
It
Turkey
could have been
wouldn't
the
have
venue
something
too.
smaller. So, with that
Yo,
being said, well, even though I know you already rolling with Brian Norman, doesn't that affect that fight a little bit more, Punch?
It does affect that fight because it forces Devin to fight. We won't get what we got in New York, bro. Nobody want that ever again. So yeah, it puts him in a situation to nigga Devin. The dad's calling you Debo. Well, we're gonna see when they put you in the ring with Debo in
That's
a
crazy.
small ass ring, my guy. You know what I mean? And I want to see these things. I want to see evolution because I'm seeing evolution from Norman Jr. I think Devin Haney hit the ceiling, bro. I think what we got in the Lomachenko fight or maybe the Regis Prograis fight is the best we're ever going to see him. I don't think he's going to go no higher from there, bro. I think that's just who he is. You know what I mean? And I think Brian Norman Jr. is too much for him. And yeah, I can see how some people could see it as a 50-50 fight, but I don't think we're not going to get that Regis Prograis Haney. that sharp stay on the back foot, like and make the dude come to him. I think Haney's going to try to come in there trying to prove a point again and get put the hell down. That's just my opinion, but I think that's what's going to happen. And a smaller ring is going to increase that chance.
Yeah. I can dig it, man. Shout out DJ in the chat. He says Shakur versus Zepeda already 18 by 18. So I'm guessing they already released the reports for that particular fight, and that's going to be a 18. Wow. And that's a great segue, DJ. Thank you very much, my brother. Shakur versus Zepeda. That's another topic that I did want to touch on while we was here.
Like you ain't let me touch on that
For
last
sure.
one.
I'm glad to hear that the report is that it's an 18 by 18 ring. A lot of people giving Zepeda a hell of a chance. Fellas, Shakur Zepeda. Yeah.
Heavybag. You ain't never let me touch on the last one.
Answer that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying that
everybody got it.
You know, Turkey is man, that dude is hell, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, the money sound good and all, but Turkey's premier job that he would never even think of, his premier job is to make the sport safer. It don't mean, create runners. No, it's just like in football, how they changed the kickoff. They changed it because they realized the majority of their injuries come from this particular aspect of the sport. You know what I mean? So it takes sports science for people to try to keep these fighters out of wheelchairs, but he's not interested in that. If anything, I think he wants to increase the number of fighters in wheelchairs. You know what I mean? And with all these other brain problems or whatever the case may be. So he's not, good for the sport in its entirety, especially, what he's trying to set up. Like, there's not going to be anybody that's going to last. These guys going to have these wars after wars after wars. And then a new guy's going to come and wash all of them away. Then he'll go through his wars and a new guy come and wash him away. Like, it's just going to be whoever's fresh is going to be able to be the man in Riyadh season. That's what it's looking like.
You would think he would have been trying to work with Dana White and go to get UFC instead of
go strictly that way. Yeah.
Well, TKO, that was people tend to forget this whole announcement of TKO was a facade in the first place. He's been working with TKO since he tried to do what was that golf tournament he messed up the PGA Tour with Liv. He'd been working TKO all the way for us back then to Formula One and so on and so forth. So he's always had some sort of relationship with TKO. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So what he doing is he want to make a league. That's his whole thing. But he just can't have that way. That's why you hear him saying stuff like, for this Terrence Bud Crawford fight, he made that announcement. If you young, you upcoming, send us a video. Maybe we'll think about putting you on the card. He want to tackle the young market so he can have a league of his own where is one belt. He likes the UFC model. I don't know if you ever watched the interview with him with Oladipo in the beginning when Turkey first arrived. Listen to what he said. He said he wants to make a league, one belt. He likes the way he said that's why UFC works. They got the theatrics. They got the they stay hip for the kids and this, that, and the third. And also, it's one company. He said that's why it works. I ain't got to deal with 4 other companies and all these promoters. That's his goal.
And I'm not gonna lie, man. I have to say, you know what? I was knocking UFC for a while. Like, I don't pay that shit no mind. It's that, and guess what, man? I've been watching this shit out UFC now. UFC done got my attention. I'll be watching them fights now, and I sit down and really took my time and really pay attention and watch them boys fight. Yeah, they get the best against the best a lot. They get most of the best against the best shit all the time. They had that shit on a Friday night. You would be watching some shit you thought you supposed to been watching on pay-per-view.
I watched that bare knuckle fight, and that's what I watched.
But man,
for years, and I can't turn that page, man. I think it's just they fuck me up when they go to the ground. If they can do something and fix that part of it, I would probably be a little bit more inclined to watch.
Talking about with UFC?
I'm going roll Robert Jenkins, EW, man. Good to see y'all. Bell Terrence, what up, man? Good to see y'all for sure. Go ahead, Buck, sports.
Heavy, what you was talking about, UFC, when you said that's the part that get on your nerves, them on the ground?
Well, that's the part where it makes me lose interest. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I've sat there and tried to watch UFC. I've watched some of the main events in the past. I can't tell you no fighters' names or none of that. When it comes to UFC, I'm a complete casual. But I remember seeing certain fights, and once they go to the ground and continue to keep going to the ground, that's when they lose me. You know what I mean?
Right. I
Yeah.
got you. And they do get bored. They can't get bored down there on the ground. Like you like to really see them on their feet. That's why whoever was just talking about the bare knuckles, I've been seeing those fights too. I've been paying attention to
Yeah, I
that
like
too.
that.
So all that fighting, I mean, I mean, but like people saying,
You like that slap
boxing is
bullshit?
boxing, huh?
You like that slap bullshit?
What you mean?
That shit where they be slapping the shit out of each other.
No.
Oh my goodness, that shit crazy as shit, man.
That's
That's
just
some
No.
too
crazy
far from
shit.
me, bro.
That's
Like,
too much. I
I try not
can't
to
fuck
get
with
into it,
that.
man, but I can't take it serious. I just bust out
I-
laughing every time. It's just
yeah, that shit
hilarious.
crazy right there.
Bro,
That's some crazy shit right there.
I'm talking about
But
they be putting that
he want to
iron
make
on.
boxing. He trying to make boxing like I see what some people trying to protect with him making the ring so smaller because they've been fighting with the ring like y'all said 22, 22 or 24, 24 for all these years. Like look at all the years that they went by in the sport, and then now finally somebody pop up, and just because of what he want to see, that's kind of like it's kind of like selfish. Like
Mhm.
you can't
Yeah,
really, you
casual.
know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
mean,
Turkey is
Hell
a
yeah, that's
casual.
from that bullshit he tweeted. Like, I want these two
yeah,
dudes to lose, so I got big plans for these two guys. Like, bro,
Yeah,
what is you
yeah,
doing, man?
yeah,
But
yeah.
let me
Fuck are
ask
you
y'all this.
doing, dog? Like, yeah, that right there showed how casual Turkey really is, bro.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask
Like,
you
nigga, you
this.
ain't
Let me
supposed to
ask you
tweet that shit out, bro. You just put pressure on these niggas. You made these two niggas want to ruin the party for real now. That was
let
That's
me
why
crazy.
I
ask
said
you
he
this.
be putting the cart before the
Go
horse.
go
My
ahead,
bad. Go ahead,
Heavybag.
Heavy. My bad, Heavy.
Let me ask you this. If it was you and you putting up all your damn money and you the one funding this shit and giving these niggas these big ass paydays, you
I
know what I'm
just said
saying?
that shit behind the scenes to them
Well,
niggas. Like, bro, I really want y'all niggas to lose.
Nah.
I wouldn't have tweeted it to the world.
well, no, I'm
It's
saying as far as the ring size and how
he
he
talking
Oh
about
no,
really,
the
I
he was
feel
talking
all
about the
that.
ring
I
side.
feel all that. Listen, after that New
yeah,
York shit, all that money he put into that New York shit and how horrible that shit turned out, bro, I understand. I completely get it.
yeah.
That can't
Sometimes
happen
like,
twice.
we
You know what
just
I
be
mean?
grateful, man. We like the names, even though they haven't been the greatest fights, these name matchups that he's been giving us, the shit niggas have been asking for a long time, bro. We have
Yeah.
to respect it to a certain
Oh
extent.
yeah, I'm
I
not.
ain't
I'm
gonna
not saying
complain,
nothing wrong about the
man.
fights he's putting on.
Not
It's
a
just the
nothing.
shit he's tweeting, bro.
Oh, okay, my man backstage, man. I'm gonna get with y'all in a second. Find your way out from the
Senior in
real.
the building.
Okay. All right, Heavy.
All right, let's bring the guy up here, man. My man's,
What's up,
my
dog?
man's.
What's up, man?
Oh man,
My bad. My bad.
What's up,
Mr.
bro?
Brian Norman
Salute.
joining. It's been a minute, man. It's been a damn minute. I appreciate you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't have everybody's name saved in my phone, but I got your name saved in my phone, dog.
Oh man, my nigga, man, I appreciate you, boy. And I'm sorry, man. You know I would have been guy with you, but your boy a busy man. I got to get out here and hustle for mine. This YouTube
Yeah,
shit, sure,
man, I'm with you. I'm right here with you, big dog. I'm right here with you, man. It's all good.
for sure. Now listen, we got to catch up. I need at least a few minutes of your time because, of course, I followed you all through Japan. So let's start there, man. The whole Japan experience. Give it to me.
Man, it was wonderful, man. Like I keep telling people, man, it's different culture, nothing like us. I think that I was telling somebody this today. Like if you had the money, if you weren't like me, like for me, I got business to deal with kind of all the time. But I did have somebody, thankfully, to look out for what I had going on while I was over there. So, bro, that was the most peaceful time I had in my life for a long time, bro. For a very long time. Ain't no getting upset. Ain't no being mad. Ain't no road rage. Ain't nobody, ain't no bunch of yelling and talking. I mean, it's just a very peaceful, respectful place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and listen, man, everybody need that shit from time to time, especially for a little gap in your life where you relax and have some peace, man.
R&R, I'm telling y'all, find you somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like the most places to go I'm talking about in general as a whole, just your everyday life. But 2 weeks over there, bro, is good for you. 2 weeks over
Yeah,
there is gonna ease your mind. Long as you ain't got no problem that you bringing with you. So the meaning, don't bring your girlfriend that always slap you upside the head when you sleep. You know all that
for
going through
sure.
your personal staff. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring her over there. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, uh, and Lil, shout out to the team that went over there with y'all as well, man. You want to give those guys a lot of credit for bringing that support over there, man. I know that was a lot of love, and my man Mark Nash for sure. Shout out Mark Nash for having that support and getting out there. But leading up to that fight, man, I don't know if you remember, but I text you, and in that text, I called it. I say, listen, man, y'all finna have KO of the year. I called it, bro.
Right. Yeah, nah,
Called.
man. Yeah. It was a good fight, man. Good performance by my son. Just Saki tough dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Lined him up and took him out. Like he lined him up like a T-ball and knocked it out of the park. You know what I'm saying? So,
What was
big up my
the plan for?
boy. Say what up?
What was the game plan for society?
The game plan for Saki was to stay close. It was to stay close like he did. It was to because we looked at how he got his knockouts. The way he got his knockouts was people always pulling out. It was people always backing up. And he kind of jumped. He throws left hooks a lot. He kind of jumps into his left hooks, and he always catch them coming out. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice, B was always going forward, and he was always in his face. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the plan was to do that, to turn him, which he was doing. Like if you go watch it, you'll see his feet. He was gradually stepping around him. He was turning him like he should. Like it was a beautiful performance, and it was a very underrated performance because people think that he was nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Facts, man. Listen, I kept telling people the dude had like, what 17 knockouts. He had 17 knockouts for no reason. And he was extremely game. And I feel like I seen his poise come over Junior, almost like I hadn't like it's like he clicked to a different type of level. He understood, like I'm not gonna punch him out. This guy don't want to go away right now. He took a step back, he analyzed it, and he let it come to and knockout come to him. Is that what you was telling him?
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. We weren't trying to rush no knockout. He did need to knock some of that ring rust off because before his last fight, he was off for 10 months, and then he was only in the ring for 3 rounds. His last fight, so he needed them rounds. He needed that activity. He needed that look. You know what I'm saying? He needed that pressure. Like you need the real pressure. You need the When I say pressure, I mean you need the real pressure under the lights. You feel what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
needed that. He needed that, and I think he handled it very, very, very well. I'm very proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Me as well, man. Extremely proud of him. And now you guys get to really separate yourself from a lot of these fighters out of here, being a world champion and actually going overseas and taking care of business in a different country, man. That's a hell of a merit. You feel me?
Absolutely, man. That's what we do, man. We always been road warriors. We all, I mean, it was always me and him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was always me and him, no matter what we went, no matter what we did, and it ain't no different on this level. He ready for that. He ready for that pressure. He ready. He don't care about the booze. Man, we done had whole gyms in there against us, lined up around the ring cheering for. Matter of fact, real quick, if we don't have the gym in there cheering on the other side of the ring, we're doing something wrong. And I always tell my son that.
Damn right.
By the time it's over, I need them people over there cheering they got on and trying to, you get what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
don't have them cheering. It's always like that. We don't have them over there cheering. Yeah. We don't have them over there doing that. Then we ain't doing nothing right. We ain't doing nothing. You feel
You
me?
ain't doing your damn job. You ain't doing your job.
We're doing our
For sure.
job.
Now, huge win, Sasaki. KO of the year. It's most definitely the leading candidate for everybody. It's going to be extremely hard to beat that. Huge win. You're coming off that. Now let's get into the dirty shit, right? Now, of course, it's making its rounds. We all seen you, or most of us seen you over there. Shout out Ness and TBV getting into it with old Bill Haney. Things got extremely heated, and let's just call it what it was. Bill overstepped a little bit, right? Shit got disrespectful, right?
That was on Coach Malachi True Sports Media Show. That wasn't on the Box Sports.
Right. Malachi show, yeah.
Right.
Now, does this officially make it bad blood between you, well, at least for you?
Well, it's kind of hard to forget what he said, you know what I'm saying, and the reasons, but I'm an understanding guy, you know what I'm saying? He came back, he apologized, I apologized, and he understood, and he been pretty level-headed since then, so I ain't gonna say that just yet. Nah, I'm cool. I'm all right. It is what it is. I mean, I ain't that damn sensitive where you say something and I just break. Nah, I ain't like that. It's cool.
Yeah, and everybody's
Hey,
been giving.
hold on. Hey,
Go
hold on. Until further notice, I'm leaving it at that.
disclaimer. And listen, everybody's giving you a ton of credit for your poise, for the way you've handled things, and just straight up and being respectful. And we understand that shit came from his end and not yours, right? That was something you was dragged into.
Yeah,
So
I was trying to get him to chill. I was trying to get him to stop. Like even the whole nine, even what it was about. I was like, bro, stop, bro. I know things, and even what like I said, even what it was about. Like I don't. Again, I just said this on Mill City a little while ago. I'm not a faker. I don't do all the faking. I don't do all the capping. I can say whatever because when you come back and say whatever to me, I'm not ashamed of whatever you got to say. You feel what I'm saying? So, I think it was more so that I kind of exposed some things that was said and done or whatever else. And I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was. I don't know what happened to make him crash out like he crashed out. But again, bottom line, we apologize like grown men. We know we got business to do together. Our sons got business to do together. These are real deals we're talking about. We're talking about multi-million-dollar deals with that we messing with. You feel what I'm saying? Both of our sons are young, so you got to put all that aside when it comes to business like that, especially when like, imagine messing up a multi-million-dollar deal for your son. That ain't cool. Cause you being emotional. Yeah, cause you being emotional. That ain't cool.
hell no. And I think he was trying to paint that narrative like he the boss man behind the scene, pulling screens and making shit. You know what I mean? Making
Right.
shit shake. And I
Right.
think that.
And again, I think all of that, what I was saying, the truth hurts anybody. The truth just hurts when it's not good and it's not in your favor. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm the one that's gonna pull all the cards. I'm gonna pull all the curtains down. What's in there? What y'all doing in there? Yeah, I'm gonna pull all the covers back. You feel what I'm saying? So,
I'm gonna
you
expose
know,
the operation.
I'm exposing everything. Who in here? You feel what I'm saying? Show everybody. We want to see. You feel me? So, I mean, it's more, like I said, that's what it was, but we squashed it. We good. You know what I'm saying? Fight should still be made. Had a little hiccup today. Hiccup should be cleared by in the morning. I'm very optimistic of that, and everything should be good.
Word. Now, crazy shit. Reports flying out today. Adrian Clark. Can you explain to us who Adrian Clark
That's
is?
what I just said. Adrian Clark is my son's manager. That's disrespecting who he is. He's the owner of the management company that manages my son. So
Okay.
that's what.
Now he had some interesting tweets that came out, basically saying, "Hey, that was fast. That was quick." He asked, "Was he being punked?" And basically was kind of saying the fight was off.
Yeah. No, that again, there was a little hiccup. So a little hiccup. There's something that needed to be dealt with or whatever else. And he might have jumped the gun. I'm not sure. What's up with that, but he might have jumped the gun a little bit or whatever. But again, that's how he was feeling at the time. So people are very impulsive when it comes to tweets and what you get. So I think it was pretty much on that level. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But again, I think it should be hashed out by in the morning. It had nothing to do with no team, neither one of the teams at all.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes shit come down the pipeline and words get misconstrued.
Exactly. It was something that nobody expected to happen, but it should be good. Everything should be good because, like I said, the terms are agreed on both sides. What happened is nothing, so everything should be fine by morning.
Good, man. That is awesome. That's crazy good news, man, for sure. Now I gotta ask you, Coach. Everybody's talking about this whole Tom and Jerry thing, and people are making a big deal out of the ring size, and I am too. Now, with them terms that y'all signed, was anything mentioned about the ring size?
No, not to us. Not so far, no, sir.
Okay. Now, is
I
that something y'all?
asked Bill, so you know he making all the decisions that he said, and he couldn't tell.
You about the bullshit? He won't talk circles around you about that. That's all.
Right. But he wouldn't tell me. I said, no. I genuinely want to know because I don't know. You know, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you the man. Hey, look, you the man, Bill. What kind of ring you setting up, baby? What kind of ring you setting up, baby? What we got? What kind? Hey, who gonna be on the turnbuckle?
For sure. Now, listen, would that be an issue for you? All right. So if Turkey say, "Hey, listen, man, I want this in an 18 by 18,"
no ring will be an issue. No ring. I don't care if it's a 24 by 24. No ring will be an issue for us. Not one. You have to know when you're in those four corners, you got to know your way around them. No ring will be an issue for us.
Okay. Now, shout out my man that was on earlier. The shadow band, and it was something that I mentioned as well. I feel like the last time y'all really seen a style similar to Devin Haney was that Quentin Randall fight, right? Where you had somebody, in my opinion, I don't know how you feel about it, Coach, but in my opinion, he just didn't come to fight. You know what I'm saying? Now with Devin Haney, right? Of course, I already know you calculating in your head, you figuring out your game plan already. What's going to be that? Like, as far as Devin Haney, if you get that Jose Ramirez Devin Haney, what's the formula, man?
It's not hard. Jose Ramirez just didn't cut the ring off right, and he wasn't throwing punches. It's a certain. Devin Haney was there to be hit. Jose Ramirez just wasn't doing his part. Devin Haney was there to be hit. He wasn't so far out of range. I saw it. I saw the whole thing. I watched it over and over. And just like Devin Haney was hitting him, he was there to be hit too. He just wasn't reacting at the right times. That's all.
That's it. Yeah, facts. Yeah, you absolutely right. I seen the same thing. I just felt like in the spots Jose should have been letting his hands go. He didn't.
Exactly.
Me, that's going to be the.
You must be listening to me. You've been listening to me. Stop lying. You I taught you. Stop.
We didn't look. We great minds think alike, man. We just said the same thing so many times. Man, he got to let his hand. It was spots he should have been letting his hands go. So you telling me that's going to be the difference? That's going to be what Brian Norman Jr. does that Jose Ramirez didn't do. He's going to let them hands go in those spots.
No problem at all. I don't see that. There was no problem with it. There was no problem at all. That was Jose Ramirez should have won that fight.
Facts. I agree with you there, man. I agree with you there. Now, listen. I know that you have a ton of respect for Devin Haney and the type of fighter Devin Haney is, what he's been able to accomplish in the sport. I also believe you think he's an elite fighter. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Now, would you say that this would be the best competition your son has ever faced professionally?
Absolutely.
Now, and I can't expect for you a different answer, but these lights are a little bit different. These lights could be potentially a little bit brighter. At 24 years old, the youngest champ in the game, do you feel like these lights might be just a little bit too bright?
It's not gonna matter. It's just, again, he's at where he's at. He's been where he's been. That was just a stepping stone to get him ready for this. He's fine.
I love it. I love it. Googly muggly. Now, did it mention potentially where this fight is going to take place? I've heard that it's Riyadh season. It would be in Saudi.
I don't have the answer on that right now.
No, man, boy, you look tired as hell. I ain't gonna hold you to.
I am tired. I'm yawning like hell. I don't even know. Yeah, but you know what though? You know what got me messed up? Them damn 13 hours, man. I know it's been a week. It's been a week. Today make a week. Tomorrow. Friday makes 7 days that I'll be back. So it's been 6 days, bro. I've been trying, but I'm about to catch up.
That's it.
Because the 13 hours forward and the 13 hours back. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm on a whole different scale, man. And when I fall asleep now, I be dying, bro. Like I just go out, like I'm over with. I ain't sleep. I'm like dead to the world.
Yeah. Doing these interviews and promoting, man, I know it's a lot you got going on. And man, shit, I'm just I've been here so early with you, man. I was trying to tell people about this Norman train so long ago. I remember y'all last fight that you had at home. So hopefully, after this fight, after you knock Devin out, y'all can go home and finally have that huge homecoming that I know y'all eventually won't, man. Matter of fact, tell me about that, and I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man.
No, we good. Don't worry about me. I ain't. No, we good. We good. Don't worry about me. I'm straight. I'm a trooper, big dog. So anyway, as far as the homecoming, that was the plan for Top Rank Next. The homecoming. Carl Moretti did an interview. He was like looking to do a homecoming. I think at State Farm Arena in October. But the Devin Haney fight is a much bigger fight, so we would much rather have that. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
Okay, yeah, because I kept hearing Saudi Arabia, but if y'all could get it at home, man, that would be dope. And I don't think Devin would be opposed to that.
I mean, first of all, if it's a Riyadh season, call it with the Turkey. Like, when does Atlanta come into play with Turkey? Like, you've seen them in New York, and you've seen them in Riyadh. I don't think he had none in Vegas, right?
Yeah. I think he had a card in Vegas already.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just remember New York and Saudi Arabia. I don't remember him having none in Vegas. I can't remember which one was in Vegas. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Atlanta fit that narrative or whatever, not quite yet or whatever. But, again, my son's a world champion. I've never been to Saudi Arabia. He's never been to Saudi Arabia. I know they got a couple of wars and whatever going on over there, but I would like to go. You know what I'm saying? We would like to go travel the world and fight in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And just so we have just complete clarity for my little viewers that rock hard with me, man. As far as you know, right, and not saying anything that you don't supposed to say, as far as you know, this fight is on with Devin Haney.
As far as I know, this fight is on. Like I said, we had a little hiccup. Adrian put out that tweet, I guess, impulsively. And once he did that, we got the phone calls. We talked about it. We said we might hold this back in the road. We'll let you know what's up. Talked a little more. He was like, we'll know for sure in the morning. Cool, let's bet run it. But it's looking very positive. How about that? Very positive.
Good, man.
Because the issue of what we had is solved. So all we need now is a little understanding from somebody in general, and we good.
Okay. Now, because I don't want to dig too deep, but I would just ask you, well, I got you. Fuck it. The money is right for y'all. Perfect. Okay. My guy Casino in the chat. He said he had one in Cali too. That's right. The Bud fight, the Madrimov Bud fight was in Cali. That's right.
Yeah, right. You're right. What's up, Casino? Them a dog, man. What going on, man? He always around.
Yeah, he damn sure is. Like them damn dogs. That's another Atlanta native. He can't wait for
it. I know it. I be seeing him on Coach Malachi. I be seeing he always talking shit.
Right. Man, that's what's up though, then, man. I got it. While I got you, of course, I want to make sure you get promoted and get your stuff out there. But I gotta ask you because we just two niggas on the block for the most part. We gonna talk shit and swallow spit and all that good shit. But, Shakur Tjtp, gotta ask you about that, and I gotta ask you about Bud, and of course Canelo. All right, Shakur Tjtp, I think that's next week or no, a couple weeks out.
The easiest one for me to answer is Bud Canelo. I got Bud over Canelo. I don't think Canelo is big. He's not that big. I don't think, but Canelo is punching like that at 168. His record at 168 has shown he's not punched like that at 168. I'm sure Crawford has sparred people on multiple occasions, people bigger than Canelo, even before this fight. So I really believe it's going to be a lot more even than people think it is.
Okay. Well, listen, I think we bumped heads on the Spence Crawford. and we gonna bump heads on this one.
Yeah,
We're gonna
so,
bump heads on this one because he ain't punching like that at 68 because he ain't been fighting no 47 pounders.
all right.
Now,
So,
if I have 47 pounder in front of him, shit might look a little different.
all right. So we're gonna look at it like this. So the first time we bumped head about Spence and Bud, and you pick Spence. I'm sorry, you pick Bud, and I pick Spence. Now
Yeah.
look. So now this time I'm picking Bud, and you pick another guy.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
But
man, my heart gonna be with Bud. I'm gonna be rooting for Bud, man. I would love to see him win
Bud gonna
in Legacy.
win.
I want to see.
The legacy fight, man. Legacy fight. Bud gonna win.
I want to see it, man. But I gotta go with Canelo. You haven't seen him fighting guys that small, and then when he fought Jamel Charlo, you seen how he had him folded up. You know
But
what I'm
like,
saying?
how small is Crawford really? How small is he?
I mean,
I'm down in gain weight now. I'm 5'9", about 206 now, right? And I'm a good solid size dude. Canelo is 5'7", and he wearing the 168. I would imagine he walk around 185, right? Canelo not that big. I would imagine Crawford fighting at 154 was probably walking around about 175. Crawford is not Crawford. Canelo is not that big. You watch what I tell you. I got Crawford.
okay, I can dig it. Yeah, to me, I got to see how he's going to. I'm gonna take my money's on Canelo, but it's going to be how he reacts, man. Because I felt the same way about Jamel. I was looking at the size, and I was like, "Damn, Jamel, he had the same chain around his neck. Maybe he appears to be as big as Canelo. That might not be an issue, but as soon as Canelo touched him, he got on that bike, boy. It was a wrap. He folded up. He didn't want to fight.
I ain't buying it. I just don't buy it. We'll see though. I don't buy it. We'll see.
Now you say that was a little bit easier for you to pick. So I guess Shakur and Zepeda might be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. That's a little harder and I'm gonna tell you why. And of course, I'm a really like because Shakur, my guy. I like Shakur. I like his style. I like him as a fighter. I'm a fan of his. But I'm going to say it's going to when Shakur fought De Los Santos, for example. I don't think nothing was wrong with his hand. I think he genuinely felt the punches, and I think just like we were talking about with Canelo, and I think he got goats. That's what I think about that. What is he gonna do in this fight? I don't know. Zepeda throws a lot of punches. Is he planning to catch them all, parry them all, and counter? But I don't know what he plans to do with that. Is he going to disrupt his action, which is very, very possible. I'm thinking that's the way he gonna go. It's to disrupt the action. So I'm gonna go with Shakur Stevens. I think he's gonna disrupt his action, and I also know, ain't no thinking in this one. I know once you disrupt the action, once you counter some people a couple of times, what they do is they tend to shy away from doing what they was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Once you get hit in the mouth a couple of times, shit started to change.
Hit in the mouth a couple of times, especially a counter punch, something you didn't see, you're gonna be scared to even throw anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna do that to him, and he's gonna make him look like, a little amateur for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
You've been watching me. You've been listening to me. Man. You've been watching me.
You.
That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I think we paid him tailor-made, man. Look, round the fifth for the sixth round, he's going to become target practice. And I wouldn't be surprised if Shakur beat him down, bro. He might not stop him or knock him out, but it might turn bad. It might get ugly for Zepeda.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking he gonna. I'm thinking we'll know for sure about the second round. Yeah. And the reason I'm saying that is because that's by that time Zepeda will be able to open up enough to see how is Shakur gonna respond to him opening up. You know what I'm saying? See, again, like I said, I gave props to Tank for taking away Ryan left hook. Right? It was something he did to take away his left hook. And like I said, when you know you're looking for something in particular, and you see off rip what a person is doing to take away what they got as a plus, you already know how it's gonna go from that point. But you know what? He came in with an answer for your problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what poses a problem for him, and he already came in showing us the answer for your problem.
Absolutely. Goddamn right, boy. That's real spit for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Oh, now that was the Shakur Zepeda. Of course, I like Shakur that one, man. I want to say that maybe he's never seen volume punching like he might see from Zepeda, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to deter Shakur, and I just think it's just too many. It's going to be too many openings for the counters, man. The counters are going to be crazy for sure.
And that's my point. What you just said. That's my point. That's why we say we got to see what Shakur going. We'll know by the second round. We'll know.
Yeah. We're gonna know by the second round, and by the sixth, I think the whole mask could be off by then.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out my guy Rob. Good to see you, boy. All right. And then I had one more question for you, man, and I'm gonna get out of here because I got to get me some sleep myself, man. And I hate to even bring this up, but I don't know the next time I'm gonna get to talk to you, and I wanted to get your intel on it. We already know he kind of shook up the world talking about Lamont Roach, something nobody expected. I remember the last time we spoke, we both gave our 2 cents on that situation, and we were both wrong, right? This rematch now, given what you've seen from Lamont Roach, and of course Tank Davis, I got to get your opinion, man. What's gonna happen this second go round?
Man, I think it's gonna be a great fight, man. I hope we don't know. We don't know how Lamont is reacting to the fame, the money, the notoriety. We don't know how he's reacting to it. We don't know if he's training like he need to be. We don't know if he's training like he's supposed to be. But I would imagine if he's the same Lamont Roach that went in there, I'm sure that all of us saw things that he could have did better, and either more punches he could have threw, more times he could have threw, and more opportunities of the openings that he had, more body shots that I saw open for him. I'm imagining that he's gonna correct all those mistakes. I'm imagining that, but it's really all about how Lamont Roach fights. It's all about, is he still the same? Is he gonna do? What I'm saying? Is he gonna do better? Was he slacking? Was he? What I'm saying? Did the fame actually get to him? How he's been working? What I'm saying? I think we may know that by his body type. Hopefully he ain't fat. Got on. What I'm saying? Don't look out of shape or nothing like that. He should be okay though. I think he'll be fine.
Eating good. That boy been eating good.
And that's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like, come on, bro. You gotta come on. Let's be real. Now, let's be real.
Yeah. You gonna let loose a little bit, and it's also is he gonna be willing to sit there and catch and shoot again? Because I think we both was in agreement. We had seen Tank pull all of his tools out his tool bag, but he still had a game Lamont Roach right there catching and shooting.
He pulled the tool bag on the ground and was licking through the tools trying to find another tool. That's what he was doing. He pulled all. I saw him pull every last tool out. I saw him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, hold on real quick, Stan. Yeah, come here real quick. Say hi to Mr. Norman.
What's going on?
Come here. He said, you gonna interview Brian Norman's dad again? Yeah.
What's up, dog?
What's up, man? You gonna say what's up?
Hey, my boy was just your age. Brian Norman was just your age, man.
Hey, they grow up so fast.
He was just your age, man. How old is he?
Absolutely.
How old is he?
He just turned 6, man, and got a mean right hand.
I promise you, he was just. I remember like it was yesterday. He had a little girl voice. Yeah, Daddy, you gonna dip it down for do without buttons?
That's where he at. He was just calling me. He didn't even know I was in here.
Ain't had no teeth in the front of his mouth. Daddy, boy, go sit down. So.
Yeah, that's where he at, man. See, my daughters, man, 21 and 20, but I had him, man. He's the youngest. He's 6, so.
You started all over. You got to say, baby mama now.
My wife, man, we've been together 24 years, brother.
Congrats. That's a beautiful thing, man. Congratulations, man. That's what's up, man. Everybody ain't able, man. I wouldn't able.
No,
Everybody else, so that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing to be able to do that.
I got lucky, bro. She put up with a lot of she put up with a lot of
you got lucky, brother. It ain't, hey, especially now these days, but you better keep them.
Oh, real quick. Last man, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta take care of this little nigga. And niggas been getting on me about this. And shout out Tevin Farmer. I got to speak with him a couple times before, man. I like Tevin Farmer. I'm looking forward to this Floyd Schofield fight. But you see the twitch that this nigga got.
He got Tourette's, dog.
I know he got Tourette's, but hasn't it got? Am I tripping? Hasn't it got worse?
I mean, we ain't gonna pull no light on that. We good.
I'm just saying, I worry about fighters, man.
What can he do about it? Well, what you mean? I don't understand the question. What are he gonna do about it?
Not fight, my nigga. Like, what are we doing here?
Okay, but you saying that, I feel you.
I'm just saying,
hold on. Let's talk about it. So you done brought it up. Let's talk about it.
God damn it, let it out the back. Behind that curtain, nigga. I'm exposing shit.
You guys don't with you. So let's ask a question though. Is it boxing that's making it worse? Does it just progressively gets worse? In the first Tjtp fight, arguably he won that fight, right?
Facts. I thought he did.
Second Tjtp fight, he lost the fight. But did the Tourette's have a problem with that? He's been fighting with Tourette's. He's been doing this. I mean, again, I say with the first fight, he was doing his thing. He was doing his thug fizzle. I don't think it was, if he doing it, man. Again, like I told somebody else, I see it as nothing to talk about. I see it as he's doing that in spite of his issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's more credit to him. He get more props for having Tourette's and going through what he going through and dealing with what he dealing with and still fighting at his high level and being a player in the game and being a contender and fighting for titles and you know what I'm saying or getting close to title shots and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, to me, and doing, I ain't gonna say I did my due diligence, but I'm using logic. It's your brain sending a signal to your body to make you move like that. Don't nothing on your body without your brain telling it to move. And that shit is involuntary. You know what I mean? So
you saying you think boxing make it worse?
I'm saying it ain't helping them.
I mean that's whatever. I mean maybe this time he trying to do what he do and what he like 36 now 35.
Yeah.
I think 35, 36, man. I'm a believer of this. I retired twice. I retired at 30 and then I retired at 32. So I retired at 30, came back, did it 2 years later, retired at 32, then came back 14 years later and retired at 45. But let me say about the 30 and the 32, because those are the only ones that matter. When I retired at
so for those who don't know, you can tell them. I say I know your story, so if people who don't know, you can tell them.
I don't feel like that right now. So anyway, the retired at 30, I said, you know what? I couldn't. I physically, like same thing. What you tell me, I physically couldn't do it, and I physically was seeing something was wrong with me. So I'm not nobody punching bag. I'm not nobody whooping because I had vertigo. You know what I'm saying? I had vertigo. I didn't find that out till after, though. I didn't realize I had vertigo. So anyway, fast forward 2 years later, I'm in the gym training my son B, training my oldest son. I'm taking them to fights, but I'm also sparring. I'm also in there sparring. I'm in, because I'm in shape. I ain't but 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? 30, 31 years old. So I'm in shape. I'm cut up like ever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm working and man, I like this, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was really good with just sparring. I really should have stuck there. Like I felt good being in the ring. I enjoy being able to do it. It's a joy and it's a accomplishment to be able to get in that ring and do what you do skillfully wise. It's enjoying to make a punch slip, come back and count. Like it's enjoyable. That's why you see people when they fight, they doing it's a joy. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, 30 to 32, I said around 30, 31, I said, you know what, bro? I feel like I can see it do. I got an offer for a fight, good money fight. I said, you know what, bro? You only got one life. You know what I'm saying? I know what happened to me last time. It's been 2 years. I've been sparring. I ain't had no episodes. I ain't had no issues, no nothing. I don't know, was it getting better? I don't know what's up. But so what I did, I went and took my last fight, 2011, November. So when I got in the fight, I did not get that dizzy. I didn't go down, but I felt the same feeling. You feel what I'm saying? I felt it starting. So my coach didn't know. My coach didn't know. I didn't go down. My coach didn't know or whatever else, but I was like, when he hit me, I just, start falling sideways. So I was like, I told my coach, like the last round, like, look, it's the last hurrah, man. It's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he said, what you mean? I said, it happened again. Yeah, I didn't sit down in the stool. I said, it happened again, brother. This is it for me. I said, let's go get it. That's what I told him. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is it for me, baby. We can go get it. You know what I'm saying? I went back out there and this crazy ML stopped the fight. Go look at the time, bro. He stopped the fight literally 2 seconds before the fight was over. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally fine, man. I already told you what was going on. I just can't stand straight. That's it. So I'm falling everywhere, but I'm still fighting. You get what I'm saying? I just couldn't stand up straight, but I'm still fighting.
You were drunk.
Right. What hurt? It's a difference between hurt and dizzy. I'm just dizzy. So anyway, that's what happened, man. But like I said, with Tevin Farmer, my reason for telling that story is with Tevin Farmer, you only got one life. You only got one chance to do this. You only gonna be young once. I don't believe I have zero regrets in my life. I don't believe in, man, I wish I would. Seeing what my son doing and seeing where he at and seeing where I got it, man, I don't wish I would have did nothing different. I don't wish, it ain't a day that go by, man, I should have. Man, I wish I could. Not at all. It wouldn't fun me. Clearly it wouldn't fun me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult as a fighter too, man. That fire, it burns and it burns bright. You know what I'm saying? And for Tevin, man, and I know he's feeling the same way. And for me, again, it's just like when I see fighters and they get a certain age and you just know shit ain't right. You know what I mean? The head space ain't right. The speech ain't right. And you just saying to yourself, damn, if you wouldn't have took them last 2 or 3 fights, what could shit been different? And when I see this, Tevin in the ring and he's constantly doing this shit and something's not right. And for me, I'm like, damn, because I love the sport, man. And I love the guys who provide this entertainment. And in the end, I want everybody to be okay. You know what I mean? So I know Dr. Heavy in the chat and all that shit, but it's just coming from a place of compassion for the fighters, man. When they get older, they got families and shit, man. You know what I mean?
So dope.
Yeah, man. I can't believe that. No, I plead the fifth.
Man, okay. So if you ever so dope, I don't know what level you got. Levels to that too, right? So the thing is, listen. My point is, fast money and slow money. It's hard. The reason it's hard for a person that's successfully sold dope, whether they get out of jail or whatever it is, even though they spent time with. The reason it's so hard for them to go get a regular job is because of the fast money, because of the large amounts of money, because of the lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I retired in 2009, sitting in the bleachers with my coach. They cashed my check. I was at the casino. They cashed my check right there, gave me cash money. All hundos, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2009. You feel me? I say, talk to my coach. I'm telling them I had just lost. This is my first retirement. I say, bro, I'm telling I said, man, something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I said, man, I be in here and I be fine. That thing, I'm falling sideways. That's what I'm telling me here, having the conversation with him, right? I was like, but they gave me the money. It was like right on cue. They gave me this big wad of money, right? I said, but this right here, bro, this what make it hard. You feel what I said? I said, this what make it hard. Because I'm gonna go to, you feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to work and make what I'm gonna make. You know what I'm saying? But I can come here and make this. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I did. That's when I retired. And like I said, you got to think about the money that he make. He's on a higher level than I was on. That money really make a difference, bro. It really make a difference.
I mean, we know that ain't no secret. That's where they get it from. All right, man. Real quick, Casino man, I got you. Casino asked, could I ask you this last question? He said, when y'all fight in Atlanta, will K-Champ, will K-Champ, Mo Millions, or the Lopez brothers be on your undercard? God willing.
I know, right? That's a good one. I doubt it because of promotional situations right now. It's when we fight at home, it's gonna be a top ranked card. And then like back in the day when we used to do it, and we had a local promoter, and we used to put the same people you talking about on the card, and that's how we rocking out. But in this particular case, it ain't just us no more. You know what I'm saying? It's top ranked. Then you got top ranked. Then you got Najee with Pro Box. K-Champ, I think he's unaffiliated, but if top rank mess with him, they're gonna put him on the B side, and we definitely don't want K-Champ on the B side at home. You know that, Casino. Who else he said? He said Hakim. Who else he said? I think he said them three or what? You know, Hakim got a
Mo Million. I'm gonna put it back up here.
Mo is with Roy Jones again. Same situation. Top rank still gonna put him on. They're gonna have to put him on the call with one of their guys, so he's gonna be on the B side, Casino. So I don't see it working out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of promotional issue. But you know, you never know. If we get a chance, if I get a chance, they ask us, you know, will we like somebody? I'm always gonna be throwing alley-oop. You feel me? So
I think that's what he's saying. You know, being that junior champ, you know what I mean, and he could, you know, maybe have his 2 cents about the card.
No, we gonna do that. We do that anyway. Yeah, we definitely do that. We did that when we were with Cameron Duncan, and we made it work. You know what I'm saying? We were with Cameron Duncan, came to the city, did a couple of shows there. We got some of my guys on the call. We absolutely did. They did the same thing.
And you see how they did Keyshawn too. They basically let Keyshawn put the whole damn undercard together.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So no, we're gonna definitely make some noise and see can we make something shake and make something happen with that. Absolutely. Yeah, especially with K-Champ. Especially with K-Champ in particular. K-Champ and probably, I don't know if you know Hakim Lopez, because Hakim Lopez is Najee big brother. You know what I'm saying? So especially with them two, because they're my people. And you know, they don't have any promotion. They don't have any promotional company right now. Oh, and Mo too. I don't think Mo do either.
Big blessing, boy. That'll be big blessing, right?
Yeah. No, we'll run our mouth and see what we can do.
Yeah. Okay. Great question. Just, you know, for sure. All right, see you, man. That's all I got for you, man. Listen, I just want to say thank you for coming and hanging out, man. I truly appreciate you, man. You're always a man of your word. And man, every time we get this time together to, you know, just kick it and kick the bobo. I like that version of you. I know you gotta do your promotion thing, but when we just sitting back talking boxing, man, it's always a blast for me.
Hey, when you see me talking all that, you be like, but he tripping on it.
I be like, yo, that's not the scene I know.
I was just telling somebody, look, I was on the Dominican Boxer Boys right the other day. And the Dominican Boxer Boy, he was pressing me. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Joel. So he was pressing me by Rohan Polanco and other stuff. But I came on there with that heat. I'm talking about I came on there with that venom. I'm talking about from the face to FU. Like I'm telling you, I came on there with it. You feel what I'm saying? Tina, what's the problem, man? You know what I mean, bro, I came on there with it, right? So we get to talking. I said, you know what, though, but be real with you, bro. This ain't even me. That's what I told him. I said, this ain't even me. I don't even act like this. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't act like this. I said, you catch me on one of my stories. You catch me in the gym. You catch me on a video somewhere, man. I'm going to be laughing, playing, kicking the, I'm going to be talking all the trash in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just playing, just living life. Because I'm normally, I said, but I know where I'm at and I know who I'm around. You feel what I'm saying? I know what's going on. You feel what I'm talking about? So they be just like with Bill the other day, they just be putting me in that mold sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta.
Now, see, a lot of these niggas, they know y'all before all this shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
They be thinking it's sweet, man. I mean, you know, and at the same time, like this ain't even a joke. And that's why, you know, even with a Greg Hackett or whoever else, and I'm gonna go. My first thing I'm gonna go to is let's hash shit out in the ring then, because that's what we do. Let's hash out in the ring then, because I want to put hands on you. I got too much to lose. Not real talk. I want to put hands on you, but I obviously got too much to lose. I'm sure you got too much to lose. So let's go let's do this the legal way. Let's get in this ring. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because I thought that's what real shit was going, I was like, yo, the pops need to squabble and go ahead and get this shit up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got people telling me, yeah, you can't let that ride, man. You got to slap him when you see him, bro. I'm not going to Riyadh season in no Saudi Arabia, no West, and slap nobody. I'm not going to jail over that. I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. But I am about that action, and we can't get in the ring, though. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, senior man. Thanks again, man. And listen, man. Again, always a pleasure. I'm wishing you, and you know I'm gonna be in your inbox and in your text messages, man. I'm wishing you more success, more love, more support. And you know what? Can I put you on the spot real quick?
Man, you know I don't duck no smoke, man. Hey, you see the smoke in the background up here, right? You see all that smoke in the background? I ain't ducking. I ain't know. Since I've been on Heavybag, have I been over here doing it?
Look, so when y'all do have that Atlanta homecoming, man, me and my wife would love to come, man. We're gonna put that out there.
We're gonna make that happen, man. I got you.
My nigga, man. I appreciate that love. All right, man. That's Brian Norman Sr. right here on Heavybag TV. Once again, coming and holding it down with your boy, Brian Norman Sr. I appreciate you for coming through, man. Thank you so much.
So, man. All right, man. Y'all be easy, bro. All right. Hey, I'll let you see. All right.
All right. Brian Norman Sr. Yeah. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that love, big dog. Hell of an interview. Thank you so much, Coach, man. Yeah, y'all heard what he said. I'm gonna hold him to that. When Brian Norman Jr. get that homecoming, your boy gonna be down there, and I better not have no cheap ass seats, Coach. Your boy better not have no cheap ass seats. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the panel, everybody. Of course, I'm over like I always am. I always try and get up here for at least an hour and a half, but you know, I try and get out and they pull me back in. GMT Sports, Casino Life, Prez. Coco, what up, girlfriend? What's good? That's my girl, man. What up, Coco? Z, everybody from GMT. Of course, Rob, man. I appreciate everybody. And I'm glad that y'all be supporting my boy when I'm on hiatus over there, man. Everybody who ride with me, of course, GMT Sports is where you want to hang out when your boy's not around. That's my guy, man. The whole squad. Mark, shout out Mark Nash TV too, man. Mark Wynn, DJ, Punch Talk, 913 Boxer, RC. Appreciate that love. Y'all probably gonna be able to catch me out there in Vegas for the Bud Canelo fight. Compliments of RC. Shout out. Boy, I'm just yo, I be going to free fights and shit, bro. I be going to free fights, nigga. Free fights, nigga. That's all I got for y'all on this, man. Again, thank you so much. Big T.O. Heavybag, man. I'm getting the hell up out of here. For sure. Oh, real quick. For those of you who want to be in the intro, outro, I always say this. Please get with me on Instagram at Heavybag TV. DM me quick 5-10 second video shouting out the channel, and I will add you to the intro outro for the lives. All right, that joint right here.
Heavybag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub to my man Heavybag Boxing, man.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavybag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavybag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel.
And Heavybag Boxing.
Heavybag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavybag Boxing TV.
Heavybag Boxing TV.
Heavybag Boxing TV.
Heavybag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Flintstone 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavybag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavybag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavybags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavybag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavybag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, dude.
Shout out to Heavybag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super 206 out here in the world.